scrimmage and how you did in that one and the start of this week?
Yeah, I thought the scrimmage for us as an offense was pretty good. We have some things we need to clean up, and that's what we've done the first two practices this week. But overall, I thought we played really hard and executed at a high level. So for myself, I thought did everything that was asked of me, got the ball out quick, went through my reads, and just trying to continue to get better.
We didn't get to see any of it when you were there. Did you move the ball? What all did you get involved in?
We did first down, play second down, third downs, red zone, and then a little bit of move the ball. And it was about 12 periods of work probably, and then got those other guys in.
Awesome. Being a Fayetteville kid, now you've had a day to digest it. What's the lasting impact of Frank Broyles for you?
Yeah. Coach Lenny talked to the whole team yesterday kind of about the history of Arkansas football. And, for me, just being around, I know all about it. I know how much Frank Broyles means to the state, how much he means really to the world of college football. And without him, Arkansas wouldn't be where it's at today. And all these nice facilities for the whole, athletic department is because of him. So, he means a lot to Arkansas football, means a lot to this whole state, and really just credit to him to where college football is today.
Any special meaning to you since you've been around this program for as long as you have?
For me, just being from the state, just knowing how much he means to the state. He's a household name anywhere you go. And, my dad, when he was working here, he was the athletic director. So, things like that. But, just being from the state, I kind of just appreciate just how much he means to this football, to this team and to this whole state.
You've got about 2 weeks left, roughly, until the first game. Where are you guys at? You feel like you're on track to be where you want to be?
Yeah. We've got about 15 installs in so far, so we're about 95% of our offense in, and I think guys are really starting to compete, and it's practice 16 out there today, practice 17, so, guys are tired, but still just the level of intensity we have out there. It's really fun to be around, really fun to practice with, and I think that's kind of the difference between years past where guys are, going out there practice 16, 17, still with the same, focus and mindset that we had practice 1. So I think it was a really good day.
What would you like to see the most improve this Saturday?
This Saturday, I would just say just continue with toughness and competitiveness where, some guys, they kind of need to pick it up a little bit, just a few guys, but if they can, get that competitive, juice out of them where every play that they're not going to lose, they're not going to, give up any plays or anything like that. I think that's just kind of what I want to see. I just want to see a bunch of guys competing and playing till the whistle.
What would you say in 1 year you've improved the most? Where do you feel like from last year at this point till now you're a better player?
I would just say just more vocal leadership where I'm able to know what I want out of the guys where, I've seen a lot last year, been through it all, and now I know what it takes to win in this league. I know, I've been around a long time, so, I feel like I have the right to say some things that, before I really wouldn't have said. And guys know where I'm coming from. I love them all. Where it's all out of love, but I expect a lot out of everyone, and they understand that, and that's just kind of, the type of, leader I'm trying to become.
What did you think of the strategy? Last week they gave Ty all the Tuesday reps with the twos and then Cole on Wednesday. What do you think of that method, I guess?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought both those guys practiced really well last week, I thought. And then, even in the scrimmage, they both played well where, it's kind of tough as a quarterback. You get in 2 plays, you get taken out another 2 plays where you kind of get out of the groove. And, giving those guys the whole day, they showed some things where they might not have shown if they're just splitting reps. So I thought they both practiced their tails off, and just how prepared they've been this whole fall camp and how competitive they've been it's really fun to be around. And they're playing at a high level.
Dan Eno suggested that he might do the same thing this week. Is that on the schedule? Is it?
Yeah, I have no idea. They kind of just told him before we went out to practice last week that, hey, Ty, you got all the twos today. Cole, you got all the twos tomorrow. So I don't know when they're going to do it or what the plan is.
Michael said you guys did a lot of up-tempo type stuff today. What else did you focus on?
Yeah, yesterday was a big third down day, red zone day, high-low, red zone, stuff like that. In 2 minutes, we installed 2 minutes. So we've been really working critical areas the past few days, and then today we did a little bit of sonic where it's our up-tempo type offense, and then we did first down, third downs, and then kind of a move the ball thing where, if you go 3 and out, you go 3 and out. If you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown. So we're kind of working everything right now.
Well, Michael said you had Nance on a post today. Any other hits?
I can barely remember the last period. So I think yesterday we had a really good day of big plays and things like that. And today, defense didn't give us too much, but I thought, we got the ball out, hit our right reads, and I thought it was a really competitive practice between defense and offense.
Overall, the wide receiver group, with Jared not being in there, how have you seen them grow? And if he's not able, whatever his situation will be throughout the season, how comfortable do you feel with the growth that those guys have had?
I feel real comfortable with those guys. Just having guys like LaMichael step up, Dion, Jonathan Nance, just guys where, they kind of been, not Nance, but those guys have been around, they've flashed talent, but just how they've able to, continue to get better through 16 practices and how they continue to get better where, if Jared was out there right now, they might not have had those chances. And, everyone knows what Jared can do. We all have the, trust in him, but just seeing those guys get out there and do what they can do, it's really been fun. And, I've gained a lot of trust in those guys. I know where they're going to be. I know how they run their routes. So it's been a really good fall camp for the quarterbacks and the wideouts.
When you look at the defense and the competition you guys have had, how much have you seen them really progress to the point where you think that they're going to be a really good defense this year?
I would say just the communication they have. They understand now when we motion a guy, 3-by-1 to 2-by-2, people are talking, they're communicating, they're getting the right defensive call that they got, and just how good the D-line's playing where, they're filling gaps, linebackers are coming downhill, making plays, and guys outside, Poley, Onray, Cam's playing well, and then Chevin's also playing well. We're both two true freshmen where they're going to help us out, and guys like Santos and Dre and Josh Liddell's really playing well. So we got a bunch of guys that know what to do now, playing hard, playing with passion, and I think that's really good to see.
What stood out to you about Nance since he's gotten on campus, and then what he's done this camp?
I would say he's just a good football player, where he understands coverages, he understands leverages, and that's kind of like a Drew Morgan type deal, where he understands the guy's heavy inside. I'm going to jab this way, go out. He can get open against any type of coverage, and when he gets the ball in his hands, he's pretty special, and he's got burst to him where one-on-one I'm kind of looking towards his way. So he's gained my trust. I think he's had a really great camp, and looking forward to what he does this season.
You mentioned wideouts. I know where they're going to be. How long does it take to develop that sort of relationship?
It takes a while. We try to work it in the summer, things like that, but it's just different whenever you get out there. People are pressing. People are doing different coverages where, I might see cover 2. I want them to break it 18 and 22 yards in the hole, and they might break it at 25 where the ball, it's incompletion. But now they understand that's where the ball's going to be. I understand where they're going to break it out at now, and it just kind of, you can throw the ball before they get their eyes back, which really, ball timing and placement's really key to being a quarterback, and that kind of helps me out right there.
On him pretty heavy, or first couple practice, at least Bielema was.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable! He's ever since that day he's practiced his tail off, where he's out there every day, focused, prepared, running good routes, catching the ball, making those tough one-on-one catches where he's a big body. He's expected to make those catches, and he's done it. And, I think he's kind of taken a maturity step where he knows he's the guy this year where we're counting on him to win games, and he understands that, and just his whole demeanor's really changed. And I couldn't be more proud of him.
How much is that relationship getting rep after rep after rep, and how much is it just chemistry and learning each other?
Yeah, it all goes back to trust and timing where, they know, we have a bunch of, little nuances in our route concepts where if it's a different type of coverage, they're going to run an adjustment off that. So they're getting better at that and understanding, where to be at what time, and it's, it just helps me out, helps all the quarterbacks out, and, knowing where they're going to be and just the trust level we have with them right now is really good.
Is it a talent thing, like more talented guys figure it out faster, or is it sometimes you and the sixth wide receiver might have a good relationship and you guys?
I'd say it's just how coachable they can be. Coach Smith and Coach Enos are teaching us the same things in the meetings where. If it's cover 2, you got to run the route this way. If it's cover 4, you run the route this way. So, guys who are coachable and understand, the game of football are the guys you trust. And as long as they know the offense, know where to line up, the right splits, they're going to get on the field and they're going to play as long as they catch the ball. So I think that's kind of just the key to – it's really not about who's the most talented. It's who's the most coachable and who's the most competitive, really.
Thanks, Austin.
How have you done with ball security in this camp?
Yeah, it's been a main focus of mine this whole camp where don't try to force things, try to get to the checkdowns. I think I've done a pretty good job of that, just trying to get completions, and that's kind of been a main focus of mine. It's one of my goals this camp, so I think it's been really good and something I'm trying to keep focusing on.
Only a couple of picks or one or?
Not a couple.
More than a couple?
No, not that many. I'm pretty low right now. I'm trying to keep it that way.
Well, did Dijon yesterday, did he get one from?
If you count bouncing off someone's hands straight up in the air, then sure. But quarterbacks don't count that one.
Jordan Jones was a guy that had some flashes in this camp, and then Bielema said he needs more from him. What have you seen from him and Jordan Jones? On Saturday, he said he needed more from him. So what have you seen, and how much does he need to keep progressing?
Yeah, he's a guy with most talent. He's as good as he wants to be. Basically, it's where he's got so much talent. Where he's fast, he's big, he's long, he catches the ball well. But some plays he might not feel like going 100%. And he's a guy. If he goes 100% on every play and runs good routes, I mean, he's unstoppable. So I think he just needs to take that last maturity step. Where some days he's unbelievable, and then some days he might take a play off and it kind of shows. But he's a guy I've developed a lot of trust with. I love when he's in, when I'm in, and I think if he just can take that next step, he's going to be a really, really good player.
Did he bounce back from Saturday?
How much does it help to see the 3-4 and the blitzes coming from field boundary?
It's huge. 3-4 is kind of the defense that most of the teams we play. So, our defense is getting from spring to where they're at now. It's night and day at how much more confident they are and where they're going, their calls and things like that. So, they're bringing new pressures we haven't seen. They're spinning safeties, blitzing guys that just come from everywhere. So, it's good going against that, and also still being familiar with the 4-3 that we've seen since I've been here for 4 years. So, it's pretty good.
Did Jordan Jones bounce back from Saturday? Because Brett said he got on him.
Yeah. He's a guy where you tell him, hey, that's not good enough. He's going to listen. He's going to respond. And I thought he's had 2 good practices back to back. And he's a guy where he's going to be fine. He's going to be a really good player for us this year and years to come. So, he knows how talented he is. He knows how much trust I have in him. So, he just needs to take that one last step, and he's going to be a really good player.
When you look at those 5 guys in front of you, they have a really good pass block first scrimmage, to do better run blocking. Just how have you seen them grow? Where are they at, and where do you guys need to be the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, we can always get better. As a whole offense, we can always get better. It's never satisfied, but those guys really practice hard, really practice well. They're guys get a little banged up 16 practices in, so I think our 2 O-line's playing really well, and those guys are playing well for me right now, and I think as long as they can keep coming out every day with the competitive mindset of not losing a rep, they'll be really good.